A story of courage. Harjit Singh sat on the bench by the carousel at the airport, waiting for his suitcase to arrive. He was tired and cold and wasn't used to this weather. In Amritsar, where he came from in India, it was 37 degrees. In Paris, it was just 14 degrees. His father called out to him, "Hurry up, Harjit. The driver can't wait for much longer just for you." Harjit was a little upset. He didn't want to come to Paris. He wanted to stay in India with his friends, but because his father had received a job offer in France, they had to leave India and make a new start. Still waiting by the carousel for his luggage, Harjit suddenly felt like he was being stared at. He looked around and saw a boy who must have been 10 years old, the same age as Harjit. The boy was staring at his turban, which upset him and made him feel self-conscious. Angrily, Harjit stepped up onto the carousel and saw a big bag that looked similar to his own. He snatched the bag, even though he wasn't entirely sure it was his. All he knew was that he wanted to get out of the airport and away from inquisitive eyes. As they drove to their new apartment, Harjit glared out of the car window and took note of how different everything looked compared to back home. It was cleaner. There were lots of beautiful big buildings with gold painted on them and statues on top. The sky was very gray and the ground was wet with rain. He saw lots of people sitting outside of shops drinking coffee and talking. When the car stopped at a set of traffic lights, Harjit rolled down the window so that he could listen. They talk very strange, he thought to himself, but he knew that this was all part of the experience. You will benefit from this, his papa said as they set off from India. So many of your friends would die for the chance to travel to Europe. You should not be scared. It is an adventure. As the car rolled on, Harjit realized that there was a strange sort of silence on the road. The cars are not beeping their horns at each other in Paris, he thought. There are a lot of cars but they're all moving in neat lines, all in separate lines. The cars aren't getting stuck at all, they just keep moving. It is not at all like this in India. They continued to drive through the city and soon they passed a strange, imposing metal building where lots of people were standing and taking photographs. I wonder what that is. Maybe it's something like the Golden Temple or Taj Mahal, where people from all around the world come to take pictures. Suddenly the car stopped as a man on a bicycle crossed the road in front of them. The man waved to say thank you and the young boy had to laugh to himself. This is a very strange country, he thought, where cars stop for people to cross the roads. The family soon arrived at their new apartment and Harjit's father told him that he must go to bed very soon as it was already late and he must enroll at school the next day.